Hi guys, so I just wanted to talk about hypervigilance again today. I've spoken about it before, but last time I spoke about it was from the perspective of it being a gift, because it can feel like a gift. Because obviously hypervigilance, it means you're super aware of your environment and you automatically scan your environment and you can seem to pick up on minute signals, minute shifts, and you can sort of read the room and you can read people, you can see through personas, you can see through masks. But really, hypervigilance is born from not feeling safe. It's from not feeling safe, and it was probably started in childhood somewhere. So there was probably a feeling that you didn't feel safe. Um, so then you had to learn how to scan, which just happens all by itself. It's almost like there's a protective mechanism that happens to protect the softness that's here to keep it safe. And then there's usually a fine tuning of that over the years, and it just becomes sharper and sharper and sharper, really. So what actually happens when this hypervigilance safety mechanism is born and fine tuned? What's actually happening is it creates a guard here, like an armor. And this armor, it's useful when there's, especially from the level of identification, identifying as just this person here, instead of realizing that your life itself. So there's no safety met, there's no safety felt, rather. Um, so so it seems to keep out, or it seems to keep you ahead of the game, ahead of pain, because I know here how it was fine-tuned, and this is not a bash on masculines, but it was like dancing with multiple different masculines, not just relationships, friendships, all sorts of dynamics. Some were manipulative, some just constantly lied, some were violent, some were just very forceful, which was not my feminine way. So it just fine-tuned itself, but so I could constantly keep ahead, and I could feel that's when something was not in integrity, then I could either move away from that or stay ahead of it. But then what happened here, once the identification was seen, that I'm life itself, and that really started to set in more and more and more, this hypervigilance was able to start melting, if you like. It was able to start melting. And in the melting, it was seen that this armour, yes, it kept a level of safety, but it also kept life out in the things I wanted to meet. So it kept love out, it kept dynamics out that I wanted to meet but didn't feel safe enough to meet. So it didn't just keep me safe, it kept everything out, and it kept everything at an arm's length. It kept life itself at a distance. Yeah, this distance was created. So when this started to melt, this armour, this guard could start to melt, because there was a level of safety reached here. But as the melting started, there was also this knowing that it's okay, even in the allowing of the hypervigilance and trying to stay ahead of the pain, trying to stay ahead of the game, was allowed to melt, and there was safety in that too. And if this was ever needed, if life here ever needed to protect itself, it will, all by itself. It's already built into the operating system now, so there's no need to be on guard, there's no need to have this armour, and there is safety in the melting, and just this knowing that life will protect itself here. It will just protect itself. So there is safety in allowing that melt to happen, and then then you can actually meet life, and sort of keeping it at a distance all the time, and you can start to recognize that it's a safety mechanism. It's a part of the ego. It's just built into this illusory ego. Yeah, so there is safety in the melting of hypervigilance, but also just this knowing that if life needs to protect itself, you'll know. You'll know. Life will just move itself automatically. It's safe. So it's safe to allow yourself to melt and feel feel into what you are, life itself. And there's a level of safety in realizing that you are life itself, and life always looks after itself at the best it can in each moment that's met, and you can feel safe to fully meet life in the moment. So you no longer have to stay ahead of the game. You no longer have to stay ahead of pain. You can actually just meet pain head on, face to face, if you like. You can just meet it, have this beautiful meeting with it. And if pain comes, then you just meet pain. If sadness comes, you can just meet sadness, and you can feel completely safe in that. Yeah.